Hi everyone, I'm Leon Thomas Lewick. Here's your political news roundup for Thursday, July 25th. Last month, the Supreme Court struck down part of the Voting Rights Act that required some states to get federal approval before changing their voting laws. Today, the Obama administration moved to counteract that decision. The Justice Department asked a federal judge to reinstate its authority over Texas voting laws. Attorney General Eric Holder announced the move at the annual conference of the National Urban League. He said the action to protect voters' rights was the first after the Supreme Court ruling, but would not be the last. The U.S. Senate wants countries to know that anyone offering to provide sanctuary for accused NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden could see their U.S. aid cut off. The Appropriations Committee approved a bill that would penalize Russia or any other country that helps Snowden avoid extradition to the U.S. Snowden has been restricted to the international transit section of the Moscow airport for weeks now. A small group of Latin American countries has offered him asylum, but so far he's been unable to get transportation to them. Snowden is charged with theft and espionage for exposing the National Security Agency's practice of collecting surveillance on U.S. citizens and those in Europe. Up until last Tuesday, former Congressman Anthony Weiner was leading in the polls in the race for New York City mayor. Tuesday, however, brought revelations that Weiner had continued carrying on internet relationships, including the exchange of racy photos, even after similar admissions had caused him to resign from Congress. Now, polls show his lead in the race has evaporated. The NBC News Wall Street Journal Marist poll shows his favorable rating falling to 30% from the previous 50%. 25% of those polled now say they would vote for candidate Christine Quinn, and just 16% backed Weiner in the Democratic primary. And overseas, the Greek parliament has finally cleared the way for the country to avoid bankruptcy. Lawmakers gave final approval to legislation authorizing austerity measures. That package was required by the European Union and the European Central Bank before Greece could receive the 5.8 billion euros in bailout funds it needs to pay its bills. Greece is now in its 6th year of recession. That's your political news roundup for Thursday, July 25th. I'm Leon Thomas Lewick. Stay logged on to rttnews.com for the latest political, economic, and stock market news all day long.